am back. I'm so sorry for a long break, but I was actually working on this project. This is my big project, and I'm so excited to share it with y'all. I've never done really anything like this before. Closest thing I've come to is pretty much usually black and white sketches in like intermediate school, and I did color a few of them, but they didn't end up so well. But I'm super excited to share my new version, and I also want to tell y'all that today, the day this is posted, I'm turning 13. So I'm officially a teenager, and I'm so excited about it. And I'm really hoping that y'all like this video. Then again, sorry that I've been gone so long, but I'm really hoping to get my schedule under return. End of school stuff was a hot mess, and then dealing with this project, and then my iPad that I usually use is out. But anyway, let's get started. I'm so excited. Also, I designed these nails, and here they are, come to life. Hope you like them. Okay, you might hear the little wave of my birthday like banner in the background. But here are the nails. I got ladybugs on a leaf on my ring fingers, and then I got pink butterfly wings and blue butterfly wings, and I love them. Now, here's the video. Okay, so this part probably gives it away, but no matter if you guessed it or not, I'm super excited to tell y'all that I am drawing myself as a character. So this is my first ever human drawing. I'm actually pretty proud of it. In the end, it comes together really well, and I'm super excited for y'all to see just a version of me because I'm still currently a faceless YouTuber. But I thought it'd be fun to draw myself as a character and challenge myself. I did one time try and do this, which was another reason I stopped a little while ago, which I haven't posted since Christmas. Because Christmas, I did 2 videos, posted at once, and they kind of flopped. So A, it kind of let down my confidence, but B, I tried doing this one time during the New Year, February, March time, and I flopped pretty bad. I wasn't trying to do myself. I was trying to do just a different character, just a little maid thing, and it went pretty bad. So I ended up actually just going back and just deleting it, forgetting about the project completely. But I wanted to come back and do it again. But instead of doing kind of just random character, I said, let me try doing myself. It might make it easier. I can find inspo online. I can figure it out. So I found this really good base I actually really liked. You can see there. And with the help of me, myself, and I, and actually I used a little bit of AI on this, I changed some of her features to make her look more how I wanted her to. So a few of the things in here, are a little different than my real life appearance, but are either something I want to do in the future or something that, I just wish was about me. So I changed my nose a little because mine's a little bit weird of a shape to draw anyway. And then I gave myself some pointy ears because I just love the little elf ear look. And then I also gave myself an eyebrow piercing, which you can't really tell until later on when I do the piercing. Giving it an actual, earring in it instead of just 2 little dots. But I like it. So as you can see, I am using this girl's curly hair drawing as a way to kind of draw it. The curly hair in the end doesn't end up the best, but I was trying really hard because curly hair is really hard to draw for me, especially trying to keep it still within that little, cartoon style. So that was kind of hard, but in the end, it looks pretty good, I'd say. And the girl in this picture has straight hair, and it's super easy to draw, and she just added the shine in that. But my hair is curly, and I have these complicated bangs because my bangs are also curly. And I also dyed my hair, which should be a transition on YouTube posted. Same day this comes out. My hair transition, my nails transition, and a little short film of my character, cut together. But yeah, this is me just playing around with the hair, trying to get how I like it. The hardest parts of this one, specifically, skin tone was really difficult to get down because my skin tone, I'm very pale, but if I went too pale, it either looked too yellow or too, like, just white. So it was really hard to find that in between that actually looked like a human skin tone. And then, obviously, the curly hair was a lot. And I think those are probably the hardest steps out of all of it. I did have a lot of fun, though, and it was really nice to be able to be creative. Still kind of stay in my zone with, like, the reference photos, which I'm starting to get better at just referencing with drawings of, like, animals and stuff. More so than, like, tracing. But this, I kind of went back to, like, tracing because it's just really hard. And this is me actually adding in my little hair color, which now it's more of a, like, lighter pink because A, it faded, and B, that's what I went in for. But when I originally got it, it was this bright pink, and I drew it that way, and it's actually kind of hard to change. Plus, it just shows, like, what the original color was, and I actually really liked it. And I'm really happy about it. Sorry if you hear yawning or noises or anything. It's pretty close to when I usually go to sleep right now. I'm just, like, staying up. I really want to record this, and this is the best time, too, because it's at night. People aren't yelling and screaming, and it's not that loud, and all that. Okay. I haven't got a lot of, like, comments on my past few videos. I got a few, I think, but I think most of them, I think it was one about, like, oh, I love this, or something like that, like, oh, this is cute, oh, I love this, oh, whatever. And then there was one about my sound overlapping in part of the video, which makes sense because I did do a lot of editing on that video, and so it was kind of a hot mess to control. But I'm really excited about this one. Oh yeah, see, this is me trying to, like, blend together using this tool I found. It's like a smudge tool, trying to blend together colors to make a skin tone. So, like, okay, if I add you and you, it'll make, so if I take the skin tone and let's say it ended up too yellow, well, I'd add a little bit of purple and maybe a little bit of pink, and then I'd mix it together to see what I could get. And then if it was too dark, I'd add a little paler color or even a white if it got crazy too dark, and I'd mix it. And I finally got it right. I think this is the final color I ended up going with. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, this is the final color I ended up going with. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I think right now I'm drawing in the little eyebrow hairs while I hid the hair, which is actually one of the reasons I love the app I use. I use just the Adobe Fresco app, I think. But I love it so much because it's so easy to use, and you can do the layers, and you can merge layers, and they have so many good tools, and you can adjust the smoothness and the, like, width. The only thing I don't like is I wish they had a smaller size than 8.5, and like, you could zoom in further, because you can't zoom in too far, which was really annoying when I'm trying to do little details. Oh yeah, and now I'm working on the eyes. This, they look a little creepy, not gonna lie, for a little bit, but eventually they get better. Don't worry. Also, if you ever see the, like, whole screen turn a color, like that, like it just did right there, that's just me accidentally hitting fill. So sometimes I hit fill because it's a lot of work to color in something, or my hand's just a little not stay, which is another reason that being an artist isn't that easy for me, but it's still a fun journey because my hand is just not very stable. Not gonna lie. So I would draw it and I'd fill it in, but if there was a little crack from where the two lines didn't touch, then I had to go back over and stuff. So you might see glitches of that sometimes. Or if I filled on the wrong layer, that would also happen. So just in general, there are a lot of things that could go wrong, but I still feel like in the end it went pretty well. Also, drawing these eyes were not that easy because I had to draw them at this angle when I was trying to base, honestly, most of it. This one I actually did pretty well because I mixed the two very well, which was kind of hard. But I wanted to do the one from the original, but that was hard because the one from the second didn't really work because I have blue eyes. And so the brown with the blue, I even tried doing it later on. You might see that if you pay a close enough attention, just didn't look good. So I use the other ones more so, but the other ones are facing like straight forward, and I'm trying to look to like the side over here because of how my character turns. It just looks like she's looking at something to the side. So yeah, that was pretty hard, and just dealing with all the tiny details on the character and trying to do shadows and stuff because she felt a little 2D where she just looked weird. But I didn't want to make her too 3D where it was really hard to tell and dictate. I do end up adding a whole lot of shadows to make it a little extra. And I feel like if you're paying close enough attention, I do add a lot. Because, like, all the pieces of hair have a little bit of shadow. And, like, her chin has some on her neck. And her hand has some on her leg. And that. I didn't end up doing a shadow on the ground. But I also haven't done a background for her. Because, A, this project took so long on its own that doing a background just sounded like, I'm good. And B, I didn't exactly know where to put her. And C, there was also just the, like, this is the character for now. Where she goes is kind of based on, like, videos. I was also thinking about trying to do an animation, but I thought, maybe let's just start by creating it. I'm still working out what's the best software to use and what works best for me. And, you know, the fact that I have a probability of having to redraw her, which will be pretty hard trying to keep her the same, but, like, change her. Which I think is another reason that animators usually use a simpler character. A, because they usually start a little bit younger, I feel like, so their characters are always these just, like, simplistic things that a kid drew. And then the older they get, the more intense it gets, and they keep the original character. Plus B, it's easier to, like, move around something if you can draw it simple. So, like, an oval head, an oval body, and 2 oval arms and 2 oval legs. Okay, you can draw that 1,000,002 times. It's pretty simple. But my design, she has, like, so much intricate detail. It's very hard. Oh, and we're getting on to clothes now. If you saw it back there was when I was flickering with the eyes, I think. So here I'm just trying to get the outfits off of their, like, backgrounds. And then I'm going to, like, what I did is so I took off the hair again, and then I'm, like, rearranging each piece of the outfit. So I'll change the arms where they work with how it looks. And then I'll change the legs to work with it, and the arms, and the neck, and all that. So that in the end, it stays connected because you use this little lasso tool. But it looks like it fits her body now because I morphed it to fit her. So anyway, in the end, I actually ended up doing a pretty mix of the both of these. I actually did pretty good, I'd say, because I didn't directly follow either. Like, I followed the cardigan on this one that she's wearing right now, and I used the idea of the striped tee, but I didn't even directly follow it. I hand drew the striped tee completely on my own. And then I kind of used the way of the overalls on the other one, but I still had to hand draw part of it because it's kind of messed up now that I've, like, moved it around and morphed it. But I really like the end product, and I think it's really fun and fits my real life personality. It kind of is a mix of my two aesthetics right now. Right now my aesthetics are like this colorful indie, like, almost if you put neon and coquette in a bowl, and then also added a little bit of, like, an indie vibe. Or, like, a very cute kidcore. There are 2 different types of kidcore. There's a kidcore that's, like, these very bright rainbow colors, childish, kind of giving I live at McDonald's vibes that I don't like. And then there's cutesy kidcore that's, like, bright colors but still cute, and, like, little butterflies on shirts and stuff. That I actually really like those. And And then my other style right now, which this is my style like all year round, and it's just like fairy core, goblin core, forest core, with a hint of cottage core in it. And I actually really like it. And I love how I did the little cardigan on this thing. I gave it a little lily pad, little like, in real life it would be embroidered on the pocket of it if you look closely. And then I also made the belt for the overalls. You're gonna see I made it a little lily pad also. And I readjusted the sleeve of the overall to be hanging off the shoulder, just like the side of the cardigan is. And I played around with these colors for a while, but in a minute you'll see I found a way to give it kind of like a texture, because denim was not going to happen with how advanced my drawing is with clothing and stuff. So I found a way. I put a bunch of dots of colors that are in the outfit in this, and then I like duplicated it a bunch of times and merged it all together. And then I like shaped it around the outfit and changed the part that was shaped wrong, and I erased some of the things, drew the outlines back again, and then bam, I got this cool little like pattern underneath it that gave it a really cool look. And so then I also had to find shoes, because the shoes in the original are kind of cute and I kind of wanted to do something like them. But I do have the shoes this is based off in real life. They're pink Converse that have mushrooms and snails and leaves on the side. But in here, I wanted to draw those on because I thought, A, they kind of fit the outfit, the little froggy tee and stuff. And I also wanted to give her some frilly socks because I love frilly socks with bows so much. So I gave her that. And then those are also AI edited that I was like, hey, can you show me this in a cartoon form? Because I'm really bad at drawing hands and feet and noses and lips. Those 4 things. Hands, feet, noses, lips. And I'm kind of good at eyes. But I'm already bad at feet. Shoes I knew I wasn't going to slay at anyway. And I kind of wanted a guideline for how to do the details, because there are these little embroidery details and stuff. But I actually love how it ended up turning out. I had to edit the second shoe a little bit, and I freehanded it. And it looks a little funky, but I'm proud of myself for freehanding it. Like, I did duplicate, but the foot didn't fit in the shoe because they were in slightly different positions. So I, like, erased it and fixed it on my own. And at first I used too thick of a thing and it looked weird. So then I had to erase it and redo it completely. And then it looked a little bit taller, but we're not going to judge, okay? Because we're at a very weird angle. And I don't exactly know what position she's in, if she's, like, floating or something. In the original, she has nails on. She has yellow little, like, acrylics, I think, which was actually, I think, due to the fact that I was originally planning to get yellow acrylics when I got my nails done. But I ended up not going with it, and I designed my own nails, because the ones I was going to get were these cute ones, and then I thought about how hard those might be and how tiny my hands are, because I'm shorter and smaller and way less than pretty much everyone in my grade. So I'm kind of tiny. And I'm not saying that in like a tiny girl way, but I am. So I kind of was like, you know what, let's switch it up. And then I ended up going with the butterfly ones, and I love them. Anyway, thank y'all for watching. That was my character. Also, don't forget, go check out my sister's channel, Donut Izzy. I helped her design this. I'm super excited. Here's a little board of all the outfits I thought about making her character, and maybe we'll be seeing in the future. Thank y'all for watching. I am super excited to, get to share my personality and my creativity all with y'all. Also, make sure y'all go check out my sister's channel. Thank y'all for watching. And, maybe click the subscribe button, the like button, give me a comment, and tell me if there's any videos you'd like to see. Also, yes, these are all dinosaurs, because I got a new phone case and it has dinosaurs on it, and I'm obsessed right now, because cute dinosaurs are it. Okay, I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye!